what exactly did she call out? Well, let's see.
I guess I missed this part in my personal training certification. Make sure to show people how to pull up their leggings before working out.
And so, yeah, sometimes women have to pull up their leggings. Do you know what else sometimes women do? They pick their nose, they wipe their ass, but notice, that's not at the start of the videos.
How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Chris Basidik channel. Now, I wanted to shift a bit. There's these fitness channels that I follow, and this particular person, Greg Doucette, does tend to cover different other things. But in this particular case, it's within his realm, it's within the gym. If you've been on the internet long enough, you've seen the ridiculous rage bait videos that are put out there by so many of these loosely called fitness influencers, the women that wear stuff that basically leave nothing to the imagination. So there's a lot of, the politics that involved that. There's a lot of social media clout being chased. There's a lot of nonsense around that, and it persists. And I've never fully understood why, but I think it's because it's rage bait, and people know that when they do that, people get annoyed, so they do it some more because they get more traction that way, because they really have nothing else to show. Now, Greg is saying this isn't fitness, it's sex. So that is his assumption. So this is actually a very good content creator. I find him funny. He's really good at his fitness stuff, but he also does other things. You might enjoy it. You can go and subscribe to Greg Doucette, but let's listen in to what he's saying about this gym culture.
Today's video, the ladies, they're not gonna like me. And I don't care. Enough is enough. Finally, a woman has called the other women out. This isn't fitness, it's flex. And I'm not talking about flex, something that rhymes with it, starts with an S. Don't want to get demonetized. And so she calls out the industry, finally. Because trust me, if I did it, another man had done it. Oh, you're a misogynist. Oh, you're a bad person. Oh, why are you doing this? And so a woman does this. And what?
To be honest with you, if I'm called all those words, I don't care anymore, because I know what the reason why they do that. So it doesn't matter to me whether you call me that, because it makes no sense to me in terms of the things, the accusations you're making. Because, for example, if you're called a misogynist, it means you hate women. But does it mean if you hate some women and what they do and their behavior and what, or even how they look, that you hate all women? I don't have to explain to you this, because it's common sense. It's used as a shaming tactic, which I don't care for personally. But let's continue.
What happens? Does it make a change? Nope. They shit on her. They hate on her. She gets the backlash.
What did she expect?
So a woman is calling another woman out, and even the woman gets shit on. Am I surprised? I mean, the chances of a woman taking accountability is perhaps 1 in a million. And yeah.
You see what I mean? He is funny, and he puts a lot of effort into his jokes and whatnot. Yeah, so we all know about women and accountability, but in this particular case, it's never really about the person saying the message. But as long as you're not pandering, so long as you're not agreeing with what they want and what they're pushing and all those things, you'll be an enemy. It doesn't matter if you're a woman. And I think sometimes they're worse when it's a woman. They get really rabid after these women who don't follow through with all the nonsense that they do online, all the promiscuity, all the OF nonsense, all the thirst trapping. There are some women who don't like that. Obviously, we would like to promote such, because it is for the benefit of everyone. I think at some point I got to a place where if I saw a twerking video, I found it so corny, so low quality, like ghetto nonsense, like classless rubbish. That's how I saw it. Because that's what it was, really. It's just blatant, advertising for prostitution, isn't it? We know that. Let's continue with Greg Doucette.
I get it. Not all women are like that. I'm talking about on average. Women, they have a hard time taking accountability. And so this proves it. And so she calls out the industry and gets a load of backlash. And what exactly did she call out? Well, let's see.
I guess I missed this part in my personal training certification. Make sure to show people how to pull up their leggings before working out.
And so, yeah, sometimes women have to pull up their leggings. Do you know what else sometimes women do? They pick their nose, they wipe their ass. But notice, that's not at the start of the videos. And so sometimes the men, we grab and scratch our balls. Pick our nose, pop zits. We do lots of shit. Sometimes we grab our Doucettes.
Barbecue bacon burger. Barbecue bacon.
But notice we don't post that at the start of the video. And so she's saying, look, you fed up your fancy camera. And lo and behold, every film is like this. And so you pull up and get the wedgie, you do the deep squat, and you ride it up right there. You essentially pull it up so far that you can smell what you had for breakfast. You could literally taste it, and you can.
Guys, let me ask, because I've found very contradictory information on how guys respond to this. Because of the views these women get, it's obvious that so many people like it. Is that like an assumption that I should make that's correct? The people like it so much, they understand they are selling the sex and whatnot. They know that it doesn't matter whether it's a fitness video or what, the main thing she's selling, or at least, is the sexuality of the entire thing. That's the main selling point. So I don't know, do you guys, like, for so many people, like, because personally I find it classless behavior, and I find it's behavior for 3 or 4s, and I'm not a fan. That's the basics of it. But so many people seem to say, no, it don't matter. Obviously we know these types of, because I've seen actually men who are very respectable and whatnot, even sometimes just, red pillars, just say, no, it's all good. Is it because it's the access, because such people can give you quick access, the punani? Is that all? Because I've never understood. Well, I guess if you're like a single guy and you don't care so much about, the future or whatever, this could be easy pickings for you, especially if you have some clout yourself. But for normal people, this like, I guess this is for normal people, because it makes these guys want these unattainable chicks they see, and you see they can go to their Instagrams and TikToks and watch this the whole time while rubbing it off, destroying sock after sock. Let me continue.
Can't take accountability that, yep, you know what? I'm doing this because if I show my derriere at the start of the video, I'm going to get more clicks, more likes, and more people are going to buy my programs. The video, it's more likely to go viral if I show my derriere in every single post. Pull up the leggings.
Actually, many of these women sell supplements and programs. I've found it's usually supplements and programs. So they lie that they use the supplements or whatnot. Normally, they don't, and they're not really the reason they look like that. Mostly they're just naturally gifted, and some of course have used PEDs, performance enhancement drugs, enhancing drugs, and yeah, so that's where mostly that is. So I guess if you are not really into this industry, you might have fallen for this kind of, oh look, my waist got this small, my shoulders got this big. But a lot of these people are just on PEDs, performance enhancement drugs. So you have to be careful, especially when they use females, because all that pulling up the thing, it's to pull you in and sell you something. And a lot of men, unfortunately, usually buy these things hoping that they would have access to the the woman who's selling that. It's actually quite pathetic, but it is what it is. It's a fact. A lot of men do this. That's why it works. That's why they're making money, and they continue to do it. They won't stop until they stop making money. It's really that simple.
Show the crack as much as possible. The scrunch bums, they exist for days. Women could have no ass whatsoever, look like freaking Hank Hill, but because of the special garments that people are wearing, it looks like they have an ass.
Hey, you! Stop pulling up them damn leggings. You ain't got no ass, woman.
You know what you're doing. Yet, when she calls you out, no, it's normal for women to pull on their leggings. Yeah?
Now, there's the video editing where they enhance, they make the waist smaller and the hips. At the same time, this underwear and this gym gear, actually they put padding to make the ass look rounder or bigger. I saw that, and it's like it's everywhere. So often, a lot of times you'll carry something from the club, and when you get home, after she removes all her costume and makeup, then you find you're dealing with a horse.
Sometimes, but notice how you're able to edit out almost everything, including lifting the dumbbells, putting yourself in position to do the squat, all of the important steps, but you don't edit out pulling up your leggings, and you know why. You want to show the boys, perhaps some ladies too, but mostly the boys, you want to show them your ass, but you don't admit it. And so when this woman calls other women out, you hate on her. You lack accountability.
This is not just a habit that just so happened to be caught on camera. It is done so intentionally. It's the lengths these trainers go through of setting up their camera and tripod, pressing record, then making sure they're all centered in frame, turning around, then picking up their leggings, essentially giving themselves a wedgie or purposefully jiggling their glutes to flex or show off their body.
And trust me, you know you're doing this. Are you going to sit there and say that you're not? No, it's a normal part of working out. Giving yourself a wedgie, yeah, we see it in the gym. And don't even start with the, I'm wearing these clothes for me. It makes me feel comfortable. No, you're wearing it for attention. I don't care if it's attention from men or from women. It's for attention from others. Oh, what's next? You put on your makeup for yourself? If you want it to be...
Is there any of you that actually believes it when you hear the women say that they put on all this makeup, do all the breast augmentation and the BBLs and pulling up these tight clothes in the gym, plus putting padding, fake padding, to show you that you have more ass than you do? You think they're doing all that for themselves? I mean, everybody knows better. Everybody knows they're full of it. Actually, the thing is this, if, in my opinion, if you, because that's why I guess there's a video I've done about this Bonnie Blue chick, and I think that's part of her attraction. She just says what she's going to do and straight up goes and does it, doesn't care what you think. That is part of the attraction. Of course, there's the porn stuff and whatnot, yeah. But she just says it straight up. It's like so many people even do like crazy things. They just say it straight up and they never really get to... They never get to totally lose their credibility. But people like this, they're manipulative and they're lying all the time. So it at some point, it's good to know. Because sometimes just know. You might want to still engage, but it's good to have information so that it helps you in your decision making. The more information, the more correct information that you have, the better decisions you make. It is what it is.
Comfortable and do it for you. Do you know what you would wear at the gym? What you wear to go to bed at night? You get home from your day, you rub your makeup off, and you sit in loungewear, relaxing in comfy clothes, jogging pants. I know Mepsigram says, hey, this is amazing. She was wearing jogging pants the other day. Wow, this is great. I'm like, why don't you just go out with that all the time? No, I have to wear this, I have to wear that. Scrunching up her bottoms. The scrunch grum is so high up. It's to show off, but no one dares to admit it. Why can't you just admit it like me? I have clickbait titles. You know why? Because more people are going to click them. But you can't admit it. Is it because you're a woman? Why can't you admit it? I admit it. I have clickbait titles because I want more people to click on the video. And if I were women, I'm certain I would be hiking my garments up. I'd be showing the derriere, but y'all can't admit it. And so you hate on this woman. 2,700 comments.
And it doesn't stop there. After they're done filming and working out at the gym, they go to edit their educational and inspirational workout video. They purposely clip this moment of pulling up their leggings, sometimes even zoom in, and put it at the beginning of their video as a hook to get you to watch. Sometimes it takes a whole 5 seconds of pulling up leggings before we even get to see a single part of the workout.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that that's educational? Oh, I'm a fitness influencer, and so what I do is I show people my ass. I show them my wedgie, and that takes up 5 seconds out of perhaps a 15-second video. I'm not going to bother showing you how to unrack the weight, how to get into position, how to use proper form, but I'll certainly going to show you my glutes and how beautiful that they really are while wearing makeup and pretending that you go to the gym like that just for you. It's just for you. I mean, when you go home, it's not as if you take that stuff off, rub your makeup off, but no, I do it for me. I don't buy it. I don't believe you.
What we don't see is them picking up their dumbbells, getting into position, or all of their reps. You know, the unnecessary.
Yeah, like the important stuff. Let's not show that. I just want to show my freaking ass.
Don't make excuses for these girls. These are professional content creators. If they know how to delete a clip of the other unnecessary stuff, they know how to delete a clip of them pulling up their leggings.
And exactly, you know, a lot of the times what we try to do in life is that we try to fit everybody's nonsense in our everyday life. You know, no, that's okay. You know, the thing is, after enough times, after you've accepted enough rubbish, everything around you is rubbish. That's what happens. And you see, in this particular case, shout out to this lady. I don't know what her name is, but I think he mentioned it earlier. So you can go and give us some love over there. So if you're doing certain things that generally speaking are manipulative, because really, even if it's a product you're selling, if you're doing advertising, it can't be false advertising, really. I mean, a lot of people do false advertising, but that is really isn't what we are pushing. And the fact that so many people are doing a lot of nonsense doesn't mean that you have to involve yourself in it. I think there's a lot more worthwhile things you can do with your time, your resources, and whatnot, other than going to TikTok or Instagram to doom scroll watching shots of these fake assets. You know, sometimes you're watching one that is fake and you don't know. Admittedly, you know, BBL fake, then the ones that they put the padding fake. So you'll have a few that are natural that will be there. But why are you doom scrolling? Just look at assets, fake assets of fake people. And I think that's a question you should always ask yourself while you are trying to do stupid things. We all do stupid things all the time. We are human. It is what it is. But the idea is to reduce the number of stupid things that we are doing so that you get a better chance at succeeding at something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you guys think about the video. Leave a comment. As usual, let me know what you think. You know, I've seen a lot of videos of Joyce Wall. He really calls them out. I like it. He almost blundered somewhere but came back. Good for him. So this kind of content that calls out bullshit is necessary and it must not end. Because we will be doomed otherwise. Mainstream media takes over again and starts feeding us the non-stop nonsense lies. It can't be allowed. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.